Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Daniel. Today I will be reviewing my own vehicle, Mazda 2 2015 model 1.5 litre engine. It's the deluxe version. So I will be reviewing my very own car, and I have the same set of questions that I will be asking myself. So the first question is, why did I buy this car? Back in 2015, I never ever thought I would actually be going to a Mazda showroom to check out their vehicles. So when I entered their showroom, the first car that stood out in this blue color, dynamic blue paintwork, that's what they call it, a dynamic blue. The color just popped out, you know, under the showroom lights. It looked really attractive, really sparkly, you know, with that metallic shimmer, that sparkle in that paintwork. It was so nice, you know, as compared to the Mazda 3s and in the Mazda 6, which were in brown and grey respectively. So when I took notice of this Mazda 2, I instantly fell in love with the color. Hence the price tag for the Mazda 2 back then in 2015 was about 96k, because the CE was about 56k, and this model had just been released. When I got it also, it was mainly for my own usage. You know, it's just for me to use for my own transportation from point A to point B. I didn't have to ferry any passengers. So in terms of the size, why didn't I get something bigger was really secondary. It wasn't a primary most importance to actually get a mid-size sedan or mid-size hatchback. Was I contemplating other models? Yes, I was thinking about the Honda Jazz, which in terms of the legroom, the rear legroom space was definitely a lot much more bigger. How do I find this car's fuel consumption? So on average, when the fuel reserve light lights up, right, I have about 650 to 680 kilometers. For a car of a 1.5 litre engine, I say it's really good. The highest I've gone in terms of kilometers when the fuel reserve tank lights up would be about 760 kilometers. There was only one time I actually hit that mark. Subsequently, it's always been about 680 to about 700. Yeah. Next question is, how do I find the rear legroom space? If you have seen my very first video on this channel, I've mentioned about the rear legroom space. So it's pretty bad at the back, especially with the hump in the middle. When you put this car beside Honda Jazz, Nissan Note, Suzuki Swift Sport, the rear legroom space of the Mazda 2 is actually the worst. How do I find this car's engine performance? Well, it's decent for a 1.5. You know, when you put your foot down on the pedal, yes, this car can go, and it can go, yeah, it can go really fast for 1.5. 1 ton. It's very light, very nimble, sorry. And especially when I lowered this car to a 10 coilover, the handling of this car is improved tremendously. So any modifications done to my car? Yes, number 1, I added a strut bar to the engine. Number 2, I've changed the suspension to a 10 coilovers. Number 3, I changed my rims to 16-inch, race T37. Tire size is 205/50/16. Other than that, that's all I've done to my car. Things that I love about this car, well, I find that the car's power delivery is actually sufficient for my style of driving. You know, the longer I drove this car, you know, the more I got accustomed to its responsiveness, and I find it's totally suitable for my style of driving. You know, it is not extremely quick and it's not slow. It's just nice. Is it comfortable and is it relaxing to drive? Yes, it is. So that's one of the things that I like about this car. Secondly, the things that I love about this car, you know, besides the paintwork, I would say the outlook of this car, it's very striking, you know, in terms of the headlights. Similarly to the CX-5, the Mazda 6, the headlights is very distinctive. The taillights as well, it's very unique. I don't think there's any car make and model that have a similar taillight. It's like a U, so it's quite cute. That's one of the reasons why I like it also. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, it will also be fuel consumption as well. Things that I do not like about this car: the rear legroom space, the gearing. You know, like I said, you know, when I go up the hill or when I'm flooring it, the car doesn't change the gear at the right RPM. It just goes all the way up to 3000 to 4000 RPM, and it still doesn't change. I have to manually change the gear myself. So that's one of the cons which I do not like about this car. My overall review of this car, after owning this car for 5 years, I totally have no problems with this car, no issues. It's always given me good fuel consumption, you know, really good handling, really good, decent performance. I've enjoyed every single bit of this car. Point A to point B, it will do the job for you. But if you're looking for space, Mazda 2 will definitely not cut it. I think it would need a Honda Jazz or a Suzuki Swift or even a Nissan Note in terms of the rear legroom space. Thank you guys for watching another video. Hope you like this video. Appreciate your support. Till then, see you again soon. Take care.